All right, Milk. So next, man, I want to ask you about something else that's going on down the notorious Figueroa, man. There's been a lot of shootings taking place, a lot of gang violence, man. A lot of people from Hoover allegedly have been getting shot. Milk, what is your opinion about this situation? Because it's making all sorts of news.
I mean, that's regular, bro. Unfortunately, that's what goes on in gang lifestyle, right? People get shot, people die, people go to prison. But it's been real tragic, right? Because a lot of the people that has passed away in these last few weeks or the last past month or two wasn't even from Hoover, right? Like I can name them, like the shooting that happened on 80th and Figueroa, where the male individual lost his life. I knew that individual. He was not from Hoover. He wasn't a gang banger. He wasn't a gang member. He was only right there because they was doing like a candlelight kind of memorial for the individual that lost his life at the party on August 3rd, right? He wasn't from Hoover. Now, he was kind of a Hoover affiliate, the one that got killed, Gregory, the one that got killed, my homie Smooth, but he wasn't from Hoover, bro. He wasn't really no gangbanger like that.
Yep, I heard that too. And one of them, his dad was like from like the Caribbean, because he had like a Caribbean accent or whatever.
Yeah, I think Haiti, if I'm not mistaken. I know his father and all that.
Yeah, I heard about that, man. I heard about that. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I've been knowing him since like maybe like 2008, 2009, like 2008. Yeah. And
so what, like, from what you know, like, what happened for there to be a shootout at the candlelight visual? Because it was like it was said that it was a party when it went to the news, and they made it sound like a different type of event.
No, that's two different situations. You talking about the party that happened on August 3rd.
Yeah, that was on the Hood Day, right? That was on that. Yep. Because it was on that.
But both of the people that lost their life, and I knew both of them, may they both rest in peace. They wasn't from Hoover.
That's crazy. Now, do you think that situation had anything to do with it being like Hoover gang members around? Because the shooting on the 3rd of August, obviously that was on the A-Tray Hood Day for the Hoovers and for the A-Tray gangsters. So they put it on the Hoovers because of where it took place at the party. Like, was the shooting because of all the things that have been going on, you think?
It had to be gang related. I'll tell you that much.
No, I get you.
It definitely was gang related. I mean, it was a gang party that got shot up, to be honest.
Yeah, and it was like at the end of the Hood Day when they were just having the after party. It was what was said, right?
No, they was having a party, right? And the police had came in there somehow. I guess they said they seen somebody running there with a gun. So they went in there. I guess they got the individual who they said had a gun, and then they made the people leave, right? They made the people get out the building, the warehouse. But when they made the people get out, they didn't tell everybody to leave. Like, they didn't tell people to leave. That's why nobody left. And then they just mysteriously drove off, and then probably like 5 minutes later, the shooting begun.
That's crazy, man.
Where I come from, we believe the police be involved with some of these shootings.
Man, I seen a whole documentary about that, man, and it was talking about the gangs, like the actual police gangs in there. It was interesting because there's a lady. She's like the lead reporter or the lead person who's doing like all the reporting about that, man. So is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So do you feel like some of the things, do you know the lady I'm talking about where she says like the initiation is you got to kill a black person or something like that?
I don't necessarily think it's a black person, but maybe that's for some of them, but I think you just got to kill anybody. You just got to, they like gangbangers, bro. They jump out on people, bro. Before they even pull up, they doors open, they hopping out and they shooting people down like a gang member or do another gangbanger. They put in work, bro.
Now, in our very first interview, and this is taking us way back, You talked about that. You were in front of a store, right? And you said the same thing happened to you, right? Like this jumped out of the, I guess like you know those cars that they drive. What do they call Monte Carlos or whatever? And then they jumped out and just started shooting, right?
No, the reason why I said I think the police was involved because prior to the shooting taking place, we got hemmed up. Maybe I'm not exaggerating, maybe like 7 times. The first time they pulled up, they jumped out, they just checked us, patted us down, didn't run our name, left. The next time they came by, they, hung out the window, lift y'all shirts up, turned around. The third time they came, they jumped out, did the same thing, so on. Then when they got like to the 5th time, when they jumped out, they searched the trash can in the store, they searched us more. And then right after that, my homie seen a car that he thought was the detective. It was a police who had just turned detective. So he was riding around in like a Buick. Some type of, well, I think it was like a Buick Century or something. And in LA, that car is freaky. When you see that car, you up. Or you get on, or you make your move or something, because that car freaky, right? But it wasn't the police. And it's just weird because they came and made sure that we didn't have no gun nowhere.
That's crazy, bro.
And they went and told them, you got 15 minutes. Because what I'm saying is y'all put us over 7 times in like a 30-minute period, right? But where the was y'all at when the shots was ringing out?
So you feel like it could have been the setup. It could have been a backdoor situation.
Of course. Hey, they right there. They don't got no guns. We just checked them. Y'all got 15 minutes.
That's crazy, bro. That's wild, man.
They unloaded. This is before I think people in LA knew what switches was, right? But I think they had switches because they shot 70 times. And this was in 2014.
Man.
And they didn't have no assault rifle, no Tech 9, no Mac 11. They didn't have none of that. They both had two pistols.
Damn. So, and they knew you guys didn't have no weapons, so you were sitting ducks. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, because they felt comfortable to try to walk right like up on us, because 12 just told them that we was slipping.
That's crazy, man. Now, do you see that a lot in the streets of LA? Because, you've seen these movies like Rampart, you've seen like Training Day, of course, and it's always like there's this dual side to it. And like the lady who's working on that documentary, like there's cats who might be your ops, like Denzel, his character was aligned with the BPSs, right? So he was out there in the jungles or whatever. Like, does that really happen a lot?
Yeah. That's real, bro. That's real, bro.
That's crazy,
the police is real gangbangers, bro. They real gangbangers, bro. They put work in. I mean, you see the sheriffs, bro. The sheriffs is like the ones. Like, you see them all the time. I remember they jumped out on the little security guard in Compton at the mechanic shop or something, right? They just jumped out, chased him down, and gunned him down, bro. And that was they put on. These is facts though, because the 3000 boys already been like outed and all these different police gangs, deputy gangs.
Yeah, that was a notorious one, the 3000 boys, because they had the video of them actually fighting people, beating people up like at some party or something, right? It was crazy.
Bro, I was last time I was ever in the county jail, it was a Mexican dude in there. The police had knocked all his teeth out. This was a long time ago, though. This didn't happen when we was in jail at that time, because back in the day, you didn't want to go to jail like that in the county jail. It was horrible. Like, I say before 2010, 9, something like that, it was bad, bro. No cameras nowhere. They was taking people on elevator rides. Some people wasn't making it back alive.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. So now I guess since then they enacted, what is it, the Fair Prison or Safe Prison Act or whatever it's called, right? So things have changed nationwide just because of that. But when it comes to like, let's say like the situation that's going down in Hoover, right, or Fig, I should say, with all these shootings, did you see the video of the guy who got shot right in front of the liquor store? Like he tripped up somebody had tripped up a smoker, and then immediately somebody came through and started blasting. I think you even posted that. Did you see that?
No, hell no, I didn't post that. No, I didn't post that. The hell no.
Did you see that video?
I seen it. I didn't post it though.
Now, it was broad daylight, and it was right after the other shooting. Now, people would think, putting two and two together, like, all these shootings are connected. This is just gang activity, man. But do you think something more nefarious is going on, or do you think this is just, like, what is making things turn up so much more?
It was the ending of the summer. People trying to put it down before the summer over, I guess. Feel me? They trying to earn their summer points, I guess.
That's crazy, man. You know, and it ended with a bang. I ain't gonna lie about that, man. Because for a while, shootings in LA were down so far, man, year after year. And now I don't know what happened this summer where things in that particular area just cracked up, ticked up. And it's still, you know, there's still reports of shootings and things, right?
Yeah, somebody got killed. Like the shooting that you talking about on that video, somebody got killed the same night at another shopping center on Century in Maine.
I think I did hear about, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, it's going to, you know, it's like the time for no civilians to be outside lacking. Because these people ain't even, sometimes they just shooting at whoever, you know, fit the description over there. They ain't even asking no questions or nothing.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, well, if you're a civilian and you normally, you know, you go to that corner store, you walk or whatever, and things haven't been as tense. Now you're in a sense of like, you got to stay in the crib, right?
You would want to, or get in that car or go to a store somewhere else. I encourage people to stop spending that money on other and just pay like $400 in rent and go live somewhere a little better, bro, because that shit is horrible to live in a gang area. You know how many people lost their life that wasn't gangbanging in gang areas?
Yeah, it happens all the time, man. We always hear, it always makes the news, especially when it's a star football player or basketball player or something like that. You know, that happens a lot.
Yeah, Snoop, when he first started signing, I think he signed that battle rapper, and the dude was living in LA, and he went to like the Valley with his mom and them, and I think he moved back to LA, and he was coming back from work, and he got out his car, and the car just pulled up and gunned him down because they thought he was from over there.
See, that's crazy, man. Like,
I forgot his name.
Like, you said what, bro?
I said I forgot his name, but the dude, Snoop Dogg had signed him. I think this was like maybe 2008, 9, 10, something like that.
Because the last person I heard about Snoop signing was, there was a time period where Snoop was signing a lot of people, you know what I mean? Because he had signed Jabba and a whole bunch of other people at the same time, I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, this was like before Jabba, because I don't think Jabba got signed until like 2016, 15, 16, something like that. Yeah. This was like 2008 or something.
Damn, that's crazy, man. For somebody to lose their life like that, it's crazy.
He got caught in the middle of the East Coast in the Florence War, I believe.
That's crazy. Well, I thought they had a...
No, they do.
Have a Peach Street.
No, they do. That's when it was...
when it was active. Yeah, that's from fairly new. That's actually the peace treaty between those two. It's new. Like,
it's been a few years, I think.
Okay. Because I remember the guy was on the documentary, man, and he's in jail now. I want to say his name was Doc or something like that.
Yeah, Lil Doc Tone.
Yeah. Now he's locked up. But he was like one of the main people to push for that, for the peace treaty.
Yeah.